Pause. Yeah. Yeah, yeah. Oh! Holla at you, boy. Uh, uh. It's showtime. It's showtime. Uh, uh, it's showtime. What's up, good people out there? How y'all doing? This is Lee Black. Wednesday night, real talk. I'm feeling good right about now. I was on that Teddy P. Get me right. You know what I'm saying? I had that kind of day when I had to have some grown man music. Talking to your boy. Welcome to another edition of Real Talk Wednesday style. We're going to do what we do. Let me bring in my co-host. Let me see if her energy is going to match mine. What we're talking about out here, Big Mac?
No, my energy is not going to match yours. Absolutely not.
That's what's up. Well, baby, it's good to have you. Good to see you. It's always a pleasure. How are you doing tonight?
I'm here. We're supposed to have some storms or something coming through. So
Wow.
who knows? So a lot of rain tonight.
You know, that's when you get you a snuggle buddy. You need a bed warmer tonight, baby.
No, that's not the answer. That's definitely not the
Yes,
answer.
sir. When it's rain, you need something to hold on to more than them pillows between your legs.
No, no.
What's going on? My brother in Texas, what's up, partner?
What's up, my brother from another mother, and the beautiful lady is back. She's
Yes,
back
indeed.
in the
Yeah,
house.
we missed you, baby. We missed
miss
you.
you.
Yeah. I know you was up to some kind of devilment, but we gonna leave that for another day.
I was asleep. That's it.
Yeah, okay,
She's a
right.
big old Mac. She a big old Mac, pretending like she ain't doing nothing.
I know.
You know what I'm saying? There's Mrs. Poster. What's going on? How you doing, Miss Hannah?
I made
What's
it.
up, Hannah?
Yes,
What up?
baby. Thank you. Good to see you. Glad to have you. How are you doing?
I'm a little tipsy. I was with my sister for her birthday, but I'm here.
You a little what?
Oh,
You a little what?
a little tipsy.
tipsy.
You a little tipsy.
Oh, okay. Well, it's gonna be on and popping then. Okay.
We feel special and everything.
I made
Right.
it just in time.
Is your sister visiting? Tell her to come on camera.
No, she went back home. We was
Okay.
downtown.
That's what's up. That's what's up. Well, you know what? You there? I'm trying to get there, Miss Hannah. It's been a rough day, so I've been listening to some Teddy P. I'm trying to get myself. I'm feeling grown right about now. I see we got another face up in the house. This is another from the mother. This is Miss Sherry. What's going on, baby sis?
Hi, brother. Hi, everybody.
Hey,
What up,
Sherry.
Sherry?
How you doing tonight, sis?
I'm good.
That's what's up. I see a smile on your face, so that I know that Eloise Young ain't sticking it in twisting tonight. So that's all right.
Yeah, that's eating well up in here.
That's what's up. That's
All
what's
right.
up. Well, guys, look, glad to be here. This is TFG, one of the TFG shows. And in case you don't know, there is another show debuting as well on TFG. You can find so much content under the TFG banner. It just ain't even funny. So this is your first time checking us out. We under TFG Uncut, TFG Ratchet. You can find me under Real Talk for Real Men directly in Facebook, YouTube. We're going to keep doing what we do because this thing is building towards something great. I can feel it. Before this year's out, I might be able to let some shit go and start doing this real time so I can talk some real shit to y'all. But that's what I'm saying. But anyway, we're going to jump into our thing. And what we're talking about tonight, we felt, Tasha and I, through our conversation, it's time to take a little bit of temperature check of relationships. So Tasha's got some inquisitive questions to throw at us. I've only heard one of them. This was what spurred the idea for the show. But I thought that it got my juices flowing. It got me to thinking. And I always like being surprised. So I don't know what she's going to throw at us. But we're going to have a little fun. And we're going to do it how we do it on Real Talk. So if this is your first time joining, participate, comment, like, share the show. And you're more than welcome to come in anytime you want to. I'll always put the link. We welcome any new guests, new faces. We are not stubborn about that. Come on in and we're going to make it happen. So Tasha, you got most of the family here. And I'm remiss by saying I miss my brother, Bert. How is my brother doing?
He will be joining soon.
Okay,
Okay.
so we're gonna get to see
He'll
my
be
brother Bernie.
joining.
Miss him. I really miss him. So, hopefully we'll get my brother Bernie in. So Tasha, fire away. What you got for us first as we go into this relationship temp check?
Okay, so the first question, and I considered friendships too. So the first one is about friendships, and this is so appropriate because Hannah just went out. So I wanted to ask, it's like a two-part question. So when you're going out with a group of friends, do you split the check? Everybody order whatever they're gonna get, and do you just split the check evenly at the end of the night? Or does like one person pay, and you just Venmo that person or Cash App? Or does everybody pay for their whatever they ordered individually?
Mm.
Okay. Are you at the group?
Yeah, the group. Yeah.
Um. So now I'm different. So before I used to be the payer. Like I would just pay the bill because I don't like waiting and splitting and itemizing at the end of the night. Who had chicken? Who had a sandwich? I'm not doing that at the end of the night. Just here, take the card. However, now that my girlfriends and I older, my friends, we've been friends for over 17, 18 years. So they're not new friends. So since we all order around the same amount of things, we will split it, and whoever Cash App or Venmo, we just do it that way. However, if it was a new group, I'm going to give me my check, what I ate, and then I'm out.
Okay.
Because
Okay,
people be
so for
ordering
you, it depends on who you with.
solid. No.
So for you, Hannah, it really comes down to who you with, how well
Yeah.
you know them.
Yes. Well,
Okay.
if we order around the equal, like if we went out, we order around equal, we could do whatever. But if I order a Caesar salad and you order a steak and a lobster,
Right.
I'm not paying for your steak and I had salad. Like, come on.
Right,
I got
right.
you. I got
Yeah.
you. I got you. Okay. What about anybody else? What do you think when it comes to restaurant etiquette and especially on the situation of splitting the bill? What's your take on that?
Well, brother, you already know my take. I'm paying for what I eat, and I had a problem with that before, Tasha, with my
Mhm.
daughter. I went out with her and her friends to eat, and I told them, listen, I got the, and I'm paid for what I eat. The girl, her friend, comes to my house. No, Sherry, that we don't do it like that. I told her, I don't give a damn what you do it like. I'm telling you what I'm doing. So I'm paying for what I eat. That's it.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. What you think, Brother Kenny?
Yeah, I mean, I tend to rather split it and go ahead and pay my share. And if I decide to, buy a drink or two around for the crew, I'm gonna do that. But far as at the end of the night, most of the time, the cats I'm with, we splitting it, or you know what I'm saying,
Okay.
or we buy around or something like that. But yeah, I'm just paying for mine. I'm like Hannah, I'm not you eating lobster and stuff, and I just had a salad. I ain't getting ready to pay for your lobster and your shrimp.
Okay.
Nah, I ain't
Okay.
gonna do that.
What's crazy about this question, McMack, is I would probably fall into the category of a simp, as what people would say, because I'm old school and old fashioned in the sense that actually when I go out, particularly if there's women, I assume I'm going to be paying. I actually budget that into my plan. If you invite me out somewhere and I know it's going to be women there, before I ever leave the house, I actually am thinking to myself, okay, I'm going to probably, be treating. That's the way my mind was built, and I had to change that thinking because of what you guys are describing. Once upon a time, I use the word etiquette because etiquette has changed. Once upon a
Right.
time, when you used to go out, people used to order sensibly. You know what I'm saying? But what I end up discovering now that you got these bitches that gulp more liquor than me, and they walk in with the mindset that, oh, I guess somebody gonna be paying for me. I had to change my line of thinking, and be selfish. And it was real awkward to be able. I hate that moment when the check comes, and it's in that moment where the waitress comes, and a lot of times they'll look at the man and be kind of putting you in an awkward position of, okay, so
Mhm.
when you go, well, okay, we're ready for the check. They come stand right next to my fat black ass, you know. So I'm
Right,
kind of
right.
in like this awkward spot sometimes, and I used to feel funny, but now I don't. Where I just say, well, okay, well, I had the two such and such,
Right, exactly. Yep.
I had to get to that place, you know. But it was weird getting there. But times have changed. What's going on, brother Bert?
Hey, what's going on,
Good to
fam?
see you, my brother. Good to
Hey,
see
what's
you.
up, Bart? What's going
You
on,
know,
brother?
so you popping in right on time. Tosh was asking the question about how do you feel about, you know, splitting the bill when you out with people, and do you split the bill? Do you, you know, what's your thoughts on that?
Normally, I split the bill. You know what I'm saying? But if somebody is really ordering extra, I would hope that they would go ahead and pay for a little bit extra that they got. But most of the time, like if I'm out with brothers or out with my friend or something like that, then you know, I mean, we all split the bill equally.
I got you. I got you. I so very rarely get to go out with men. I've always been very unfortunate not to have a lot of men friends. This is the first time in my adult life where I've got guys that I call friends. I've physically met Brother Bert, love him to death. That's my little brother. Can't wait to meet my brother from another. And I'm in this different phase of my life, but for the most part of my life, and Tasha can vouch for this, it was very difficult to have guy friends for me. So I pretty much was always around women. So I was that simp guy. I just paid for everything, you know. Um, Now I want to hear what Tasha's take is, because then I want to comment about something about her. What do you think about this, McMac?
For me, it depends on who it's with, like who I'm with. You know, like as far as if I'm gonna be splitting it, like who is it? It depends on the people themselves.
Okay.
It also depends on like what they're ordering or whatever. Because to Hannah's point, I am very like I don't have a lot of patience when the check comes and you are like at like a group dinner or something. Then it's a whole lot of, well, do you have this? Do you have this? No, just put it on one card and just give me the money. It's so much easier because I just don't have the patience.
I was going to comment. Tasha does that all the time. She's not very patient, and I've seen her 1,000 times because she hate that whole awkwardness too
Yes.
of divvying up the bill. Tasha just said, just put it all on here, you know. And you know, so she's very, very generous when it comes to that. DJ says girls drink free, now dudes got to pitch in. And I love that philosophy, DJ, and I've had to adopt that, you know. I really have. You know, he said got so many stories about this. Yeah, Tasha, that's a great question because it happens a lot. But again, women change now. You know, I'll tell y'all a short story. When my boy was up here visiting one time, and we sitting in this little sports bar, and he was going to play Big Willie. So you know, and I warned him. I said, "Nah, bro, you in Atlanta, don't play that shit." You know. And
Right.
we had these two chicks at the table, and he ordered, you know, and he said, well, you know, get what you want. She ordered like some top shelf shit, and I saw the look on his face, you know, and I'm sitting there laughing like, you know, I told you,
Trying to tell
you
you.
know, and he got fucked. And what was really fucked him was after she drank with them, she pulled out a gold card on us and started buying shit all around. And and I gave him that look like, you're in the wrong place to play this game.
Ooh-wee.
You know, I would look at the chick and I could tell this is what she do.
Yeah,
She wasn't fucked up about your little money. So, you know, here in Atlanta, you can't buy tickets. You do better trying to sell some dick than to pay for the ticket. So, you know what I'm saying?
It's stupid. Well, brother, you know,
oh my
my
goodness.
family, Tasha, if it's my family, I was the payer. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
That's what's up. So it depends. Tasha, give us another one.
Okay, in relationships, I saw this TikTok video and people were, you know, it was with a married couple and they were sitting in the car and the wife basically asked the man, they were both eating, they had just ordered two different things. She asked for some of his food.
I think I saw this today.
Okay.
So he was like, you know, he didn't share with her, kept telling her no, you know. Obviously it was like a little skit, but I do think that there was some truth behind it. And people in the comments were telling her, if he's not going to share his food with you, then you need to divorce him because that's just the bare minimum. So in relationships, when you go out to eat or if you order out or whatever it is, and you get like different things, is there an agreement where, like an unspoken agreement where you're going to share the food, or is it like, don't touch my food?
You know I'm coming to y'all because I see you laughing. Hannah, because I'm coming to y'all because I'm curious.
Well, It's in his head is don't touch my effing plate. However, this is our food. So he has not said it, but this is our food. I'm going to taste it. But I've never been disrespectful or rude enough to put my fork in his plate.
Okay.
I would like, can I get some? I don't. I just feel like if somebody reaching over and tapping your plate, I don't care who it is, because I don't need to eat after my kids. I'm just that particular person. So don't put your fork in my food. But however, this is our food. But we have that agreement. Like if we order something different, let me taste that. We order a different drink. You take a sip of this, I'll take a sip of that. Now, however, I do take more food of his than he takes of mine. So I will admit that.
Okay. What do you want to add to that, brother?
I really don't have much to say about it. I mean, she pretty much said it all. Like, she's not disrespectful, like she was saying. Like, she just don't reach over and just grab it.
Right.
But I already have it in my head right off the rip. Like, she gonna go for this.
Okay.
She's gonna try to get a piece of this real quick. So it's already set in stone. I already have it in my head, so it's all good.
Okay. Sis, what's your thoughts on this? When you out and I know y'all go to a restaurant quite a bit. What are your thoughts on sharing food?
Well, with me and my husband, like I mostly get some of what he got if I want it, but mostly, we just eat our own food.
Okay.
I don't like sharing and all that, and I don't drink behind people and none of that. You know that.
Okay. Brother Kenny, what are your thoughts? I want to see if me and you agree on this.
Honestly, as long as you don't try to just take over my food and try to eat all that's on my plate, I don't really be tripping on it. Real talk. I'm like, okay, yeah, you can have some. Yep, use your fork, whatever. That's cool, but just don't eat it all. Nah, so I'm cool. I ain't tripping on that. Yeah, we can share food.
That's my brother. That's really my brother. I feel the exact same way. What's going on, Miss Toria?
What's
How
up,
you doing,
Miss
sweetheart?
Toria?
Thank you for showing up. That's the super fan, Miss Toria. Appreciate you being here, sweetheart. I feel that's not a thing with me. To be honest, it never really has been. I almost think it's flattering, to be honest with you, that it's kind of, I don't know, it's kind of flirtatious,
Yeah,
Lord,
that's kind of how I look at it too.
so it doesn't bother. Lord, as far as drinking and eating after, Lord knows my mouth gonna be on a whole lot worse places than the food. So shit, I don't care. I'm gonna suck some toes, eat some ass. So what's the difference in swapping food? So does it really matter? Tasha, what you say?
Something's wrong with you. First of all, my thing, I'm not fucking sharing. Don't fucking ask. I'm not sharing. I'm not gonna. I get so aggravated when somebody asks me to for a piece of my food. We just sat there. We looked at the same damn menu. We studied it. We discussed it.
Wow.
Nowhere you ordered what you wanted to order. I ordered what I wanted to order based off of the same fucking descriptions.
Wow.
And nowhere did we have that agreement that, oh, I'm gonna get half of what you're eating, you're gonna get half of mine. I don't want that shit. I didn't order it. I don't want that shit. I wanted what I wanted, and I don't want to share a morsel, a fry. I don't want to share nothing. It's my food. Don't reach over here. Don't ask for it. It's one thing, like if I offer it, it's one thing, and that's very rare, but don't ask for it.
I'm so glad after all these years that I never violated her then in that way, because it doesn't register to me that way, Tasha.
Oh,
I'm so glad that I never thought about it. Miss Tori, yeah, you walked into, you know how we get down here.
We
DJ, well, me.
What's about we? You
okay,
you.
well, yeah. Brother D, yeah, me. Look, and I'm drinking too, Miss Toria, so I'm drinking on an empty stomach too. DJ says, nah, a lot of these women homeless, make them earn it.
Now more men is home.
DJ boy, I tell you, DJ, who hurt you, brother?
DJ, you got a point. Okay, so here's where I'm agreeing with JJ. They might not be homeless, but let me ask the fellas this though. Are y'all telling me though there aren't a lot of women that's going on dates and the intention is though to get a good meal under their belt? Because I saw another video recently where the guy was late for the date, and she told him in no uncertain terms, you paying for my food. Oh, and she ordered another food to take home to her kids. So
no,
DJ, you got a point.
Oh,
A
I would
lot
have
of
left.
these
I would
bitches,
have left her sitting right there. She would have said that to me.
he was arguing
I
with her
ain't
back
paying.
and forth, and I
I
kept thinking
wouldn't
the
even
whole time,
argue.
he crazy.
Mm-mm.
Exactly.
You crazy. I would
But
have left her
DJ, you got
crazy
a
buck
point.
sitting right there.
But
Another lie.
but DJ, the part about making them earn it, that's the other part. When you're in a restaurant, women, there's two sides of a menu. Tasha just said you studied that menu. There's the we friends menu, and there's the we fucking side. You
You
know,
What?
sound like Charles
there,
Moore
there,
now. You
there
sound like
is the we
Charles.
fucking side of the menu.
Mm-mm.
I
Well, you
disagree
sound like
100% with that.
boy, Charles Moore. That's something he would say.
If I
But
went on a date and it was two different sides, I will pay for both of them and block you. Because I'm going to order what I want to eat.
I'm talking about on my dime.
Oh, okay.
Now, if you paying for it, I ain't gotta
No,
do
see,
that.
even
But
if
if
that was
I'm
like
treating and I'm watching you and you got the menu, Tasha's right. We studying that menu. Now you know that the fettuccine pasta that's about $18.99. I got that. I'll spend a 20 spot on a chick if she look good and smell good. When you start getting $26, $27 and up, you're gonna suck some dick or something.
26.
What? For
That's
You know what?
the next number.
I gotta respect that. I gotta respect
Under
that with chicken.
$20 is reasonable. When you start adding
yeah.
extra shit and I gotta go beyond breaking a 20 spot now, then I'm starting to think at that point where I know she plan on fucking.
Where we at?
Or sucking some
Applebee's?
dick or something. You know. Where you think I'm taking her at? Well, shit. See, this is why I ain't built for this shit, cause that's kind of where we going, you know. Olive Garden and some more shit that
On
you
the
know what I'm
first
saying.
date.
What's up,
most of the
DJ?
dates.
Congratulations, brother. I did not know that. Congratulations.
DJ say, but he say, yeah, he's taken, but these women out here aren't our moms. I'm just speaking for the masses. Bravo,
okay.
my brother.
Gotcha.
Bravo.
Got you, brother.
Bravo.
It's
Yeah,
on.
$26. That's DJ.
That's right.
Wait, $26 for like the whole meal? What if you go to a restaurant and everything's a la carte?
What is okay? This is my stupidity. What the fuck you mean by a la carte?
Everything's separate.
You have
Everything's
everything is
separate.
separate. The sides and everything.
Right. You got to
Everything is
pay
separate.
for
What
the
you
Like
mean?
when you
size.
go to Capitol Grill or something.
It's a separate
Yeah.
price. It's a separate price for like side items, like
Yeah.
macaroni and cheese is a price,
It's
or
separate.
mashed potatoes is a price, and all that. Yeah,
Fish,
you
steak.
got to pay for that.
You ought to know about my answers. I ain't never been in no place like that because I ain't gonna be taking nobody in a place like that. But should I find myself in a place like that, we are definitely fucking. If I can't see the prices on there and it's gonna be some $8 macaroni and cheese, you gon' suck some dick.
Like 28, 38.
You gonna suck
So
some
it's
dick.
$26.
When we start getting to $30 and $40, I need you for a few hours. I gotta fucking
Oh,
rest a little bit
absolutely
and
not.
get my seconds on you. So
I can only
Some
imagine
mac
what
and
you.
cheese.
I can only imagine what you asked for if it's $69.
I ain't never spent that much on no meal for no woman. I ain't never spent that much on no meal for no woman. If we doing that, I'm renting her for the weekend.
Not even your ex-wife.
Wait.
Not even my
You
ex-wife.
renting for the
I
weekend
picked
for that?
somebody who was very frugal. You know, that's right.
Oh.
Oh boy,
Those fucking prices right there.
What the?
What?
Those are
oh,
fucking
my
prices.
goodness.
A drink is like $17.
Thank y'all for tuning in.
You get a $17 drink out of me. We sneaking away in the bathroom to do some shit.
For a $17 drink?
Oh, $17. I ain't never.
You from New York. You know them drinks as high as the sky.
That's why I live in the South. I don't fuck with New Yorkers. I wouldn't have New Yorkers because that's their mindset. You know, talking about buying somebody a bottle of Hennessy. I buy you a bottle of Hennessy. I'm renting you for the weekend.
The Henny.
For the week?
A bottle of Hennessy.
No,
It's like $45 or $50 something for a bottle of Hennessy. You crazy?
what in the slavery is going on?
$50.
Not me.
So they gotta bust it open for a bottle of Henny.
Tasha in Club CC's where me and Jay leave the table and go to the back. You're gonna suck some dick in them stalls or something. When you start ordering chicken wings and all that kind of shit, and the meal is piling up, and you're already drinking my liquor and shit for free. And I done bought a couple of setups. I'm gonna whisper in your ear, shit, let's go do something. We're gonna have to go to the car, go to the bathroom, you gotta suck some dick. You gotta make me feel like I'm getting something out of this shit.
With chicken wings?
I'm talking about the totality of it. You're already drinking my liquor and I'm paying for setups. Now you in there eating chicken and shit, getting your belly full. You're not gonna get on stomach ache on me and say, now I feel bad and go home. So let's suck some dick a little bit in the bathroom. Then you can go do what you're gonna do.
Not for some buffalo wings.
Just saying.
Ain't nobody getting lockjaw for some wings.
Black said you ain't gonna have no stomach ache on me.
I
ain't playing.
That makes sense. Turkish
Oh my
chicken
goodness,
and
man,
ENJ
you
make
wild.
perfectly sense.
Well, you a wild dude, brother. You a wild brother.
Put some damn wings and Henny.
I don't even drink Henny. I can't afford Henny. I do not drink Henny. I can't afford. It's not. If it's in this house, I do it just because I know my niece is coming. I might well buy Hennessy because it's for her. She's family. I love her. But as far as bitches drinking Hennessy, not on my dime.
What? It's like 50
Fireball. Bitch,
He ain't going. Wait a minute. You ain't going to no a la carte restaurant, but you gonna do some a la carte pussy though.
You want them slobbing down some chicken and
hey, these house rules. Tasha, give us another one.
They take the house rules. No,
DJ, you right. You got that right. You're not coming here thinking you gonna go to sleep. We gonna suck and fuck first, and then you can take the 10 to your stomach and knees.
What the hell?
I got to get mine first. I got some Pepto-Bismol for you. I'm a diabetic, so my shit is sweet anyway.
Oh man, you know what? You know what?
Here's the next question.
Even left.
Lord help us.
Oh,
brother.
Tasha, what's the next one for us?
Well, as we go, like they'll get a little bit more serious and a little bit, a little bit heavier. But for this next question, in regards to like marriage, is it mandatory, for the woman to take the man's last name? Is that a deal breaker? If she decides not to, or if she wants to hyphenate, is it a deal breaker?
I'm curious with you guys because I call you posting. Is your last name hyphenated? Hannah, or are you legally in your married name?
I'm actually, as of 2 weeks ago, legally in my married name. I was gonna hyphen it for my kids, but I didn't. I was like, I'm just gonna go full out. So yeah, but I don't think I had a choice because one time I said Culberson is a world. So I don't think I had a choice.
I'm looking at Burke's face.
You did not.
I'm looking at Burke's face.
He didn't want to hear none of that.
Oh, okay.
Go ahead, brother, tell us what you think.
I don't know if she remember. We did have this talk before.
We did?
Yeah, we did.
Were we sober?
Yeah, I was. But but yeah, I said that either you can take my name, or if you wanted to hyphenate it, that would have been okay. But not taking it at all,
right?
That was a no go for me because I'm traditional like that, and she knows that I'm traditional like that. So that was my stance on it. But if she wanted to hyphenate it would have been all right because I would have understood because she did talk about with the kids and everything. So it was a different dynamic.
Okay. I want to come to you, Brother Kenny. Would that be a deal breaker for you if the woman did not want to take your last name?
Nah, it would be no deal breaker. I mean, if she wanted to hyphenate it, I wouldn't care. If she didn't want to take it, I wouldn't care either. But my thing is though, if she take it and we don't work out, then hell, don't be tripping if I say I want it back.
I just want my name.
So, but outside of that, nah, man, I could care less. You can hyphenate it, you can keep your own. It wouldn't really matter. It just depends on the situation. It wouldn't matter to me.
I got
y'all believe in giving names back?
Y'all take the dog in the house. At least let me have my name.
I got a story to tell y'all in a second about how important that really is on a serious note. Sis, where do you stand on this? You know, because full disclosure, and I don't know this for a fact. Are you in your married name legally, or are you still in the family name?
I'm legally in my married name, but I don't use
Okay.
it.
Ooh.
Oh.
As you see, I'm
Mm,
under Sherry Young. I never changed none
mm.
of my papers over or not, and I ain't planning on it.
Okay. What was your thought process in that and not taking the married name or using it, I should say?
It just didn't matter to me about all that. But honestly, I didn't want to be going to be changing all no papers over. And he
Okay.
just had to accept it or keep it moving.
Okay. Okay. But you did get married under in the marriage license, I guess, you know, you're in his name.
Hmm.
Okay. Wow. Okay.
Sherry, was that all that it was? That you just didn't want to go through the paperwork, or just, do you feel
Yeah,
like
that's
keeping your name, was that just a way of still having your like independence?
no. It just was just I didn't feel like doing the paperwork or anything like that, like doing changing all my papers over.
So listen to
But
DJ.
I know.
That's what I thought.
I know. I was trying to
but
keep it together. I
but to
saw
be
it. I know
honest
about it.
with you, Bert, I'm glad I did that because he wasn't there when they came for the birth certificate for my daughter. So
Mhm.
she's under Cherish Young too.
Oh,
She's under my yeah. So I just keep it like that. It wasn't nothing more.
okay.
Okay. I want to show a comment. Miss Toria says people do it today all the time for business purposes. So here's my thing on it. If it's for business purposes, I would have if the woman already has an establishment under that name, I get it.
Mhm.
You know, I
Yeah.
wouldn't ask her to give up that because that's what she's known as. But it will still have to be hyphenated for me because for me, I take marriage serious enough that to Kenny's point and Ike Turner's point, you know, it means something to me. You know, if you're gonna stand before a man and God and take them vows, you're gonna have my name on you somewhere. Now you can hyphen it or whatever, but you're gonna have my name on it. See, I couldn't deal with what Sherry doing. You couldn't be married to me and going around and not be acknowledged under my name because it actually means something to me. And I'm gonna show you the power in a name. When I got divorced, when I was going through my divorce proceedings, went up to Clark Towers early on in the divorce proceedings, and in one of the early meetings, she had an attorney, and they says, "Sis, I'm gonna mute you just real quick, sis, while we're talking, because it's your mic." Um, the attorney says, you know, during one of the proceedings, okay, well, she's going to go back to her maiden name. I didn't have an attorney. I was like, okay, I don't care. You know, and again, nothing was acrimonious about this. Me and my wife, we were still good. We were talking, like I said, she was still coming over to eat dinner while we were going through the divorce. We were still friends. It was something else. Anyway, we divorced. She went back to her name. Here's what I tell people though: the power in the name. In her married name, she had gotten credit cards and good credit under the name Moore. And here it was over a year later, I'm getting ready to get my income taxes. The IRS said I owe money. I'm like, what the fuck? And I end up investigating and find out that the furniture, the cars, the purchases that was done under the married name belonged to me, not her. Because legally she had gone back to her own name.
Mm.
And all that debt was mine.
Yeah.
Didn't know it then, know it now. So to Ike's point, give me back my name.
Get your name.
It matters.
No, I did drop a name before, so I understand it.
And so when
Yeah.
I see people sometime split, you know what? It's funny we're having this conversation. I was just watching BMF the other night, and I noticed that
No spoiler.
no, it's not about the show itself.
Okay.
But Lala still uses Carmelo
Yeah.
Anthony's last name.
Yes, she
Yes, she
does. Yes, she
Yeah.
does.
So
Yep.
you can't get the pussy no more, and you done blow your ass up to let anybody who want to climb in that dumpster get it, but you want to still use his name.
But
look,
you know
Well,
look,
that could have been something they compromised
Very
on
true.
during the divorce. Just
Very
like
true.
Tina Turner.
Very,
Tina was like, I'm keeping
very
Turner.
true.
hey,
They
Black,
made a compromise on
and it's
that.
just like, look, what's the woman named Laura Pippen?
Yeah,
Mhm.
Yes,
You still
yes,
keeping
Larsa
Scottie
she
Pippen.
Pippen's
needs to
name?
drop
Yeah,
that.
right. We
yeah,
didn't even know who this bitch is if she didn't have that
right.
last
Now
name.
Pippen. That's
R.
right. Yeah,
Kelly's wife.
definitely wouldn't.
But
She didn't
but
give back
Yeah,
Kelly.
She
that
he
didn't.
didn't get back
Who?
Kelly. That's
Who
right.
didn't?
Yeah,
that
Or
dog
she did.
head that
Kimora
dog
Andrea
head
Kelly.
bitch.
Who?
Right, that
Kimora
dog
Lee
head bitch gonna
Simmons.
use his
Oh,
name in perpetuity because we wouldn't even know who this ratchet face bitch is if it wasn't for him. Now,
Oh my.
Laura Pippen, she's smart. She can ready to trade in. She can ready to trade up. I don't know if y'all following the latest news. She
yeah.
said her and Marcus is in love. So it's gonna be
Yeah,
cool as
but
a
she's saying
motherfucker to
that
go
she's
from a Pippen to a Jordan.
She said that
until
all.
Marcus say it, I ain't believing it.
No. I'm saying that's well, you're right. That's our game. Oh, don't get me wrong.
Yeah,
I hope
she's saying it, but he ain't saying it.
Marcus, but she said they got Michael's blessings. Look, Marcus, Jordan, if you listening to me, you ever come
Please
across
don't
my little
do
show,
it.
Please don't.
get that pussy. And I mean,
Oh, he had
not,
already got that.
no, I'm I didn't finish. That's what I'm saying. Get that pussy. Raw dog that pussy. Go deep as you want to. Leave as many grandchildren if you want to in that pussy. Don't you marry that bitch. Any nasty, filthy, no good bitch that will have your nemesis as a husband and come tracking to you. You beat the living daylights out of that pussy, but you damn sure don't wipe it.
Oh my
Thank you.
goodness.
I think we all
Well,
speechless.
I guess I'm
So,
gonna have to go delete the. Let me go delete this off my profile. I can't share this one no more. That's pretty much it for
Okay,
that.
so I have a question for the men. Could you be so modern to where you would take a woman's last name?
Hell
Oh,
no.
hell no.
Hell
no.
no. It ain't gonna never. You might as well pin my legs behind my neck then. It ain't gonna never get to that point.
No,
It ain't gonna
man.
never get to that point.
That
It can be
ain't
Oprah
happening.
Winfrey. That fat bitch I have to take my name to.
No, man.
Yes, I said, Oprah, I'm coming for
Well,
you, baby. Oprah,
well.
I call you a bitch out of love. I'm just saying.
I'm still stuck on the
Hey,
pay
and
your way
my
behind the
net,
ear thing.
right?
You wild.
My net worth is $2. My net worth is $2 right now. I still take a rich woman last name.
Thank you, Brother Lamb. Mr. TFG himself says, hell no. Hell no, that ain't happened. Now, DJ gonna say, nah, I'll take over.
I know that's right.
Nah, I ain't taking Oprah last name
You
either.
take Oprah
I
last
ain't doing it.
Mm-mm.
DJ ain't doing it, man. You know, once you give up the name, she gonna have you washing her panties out in the sink, bro.
Yeah.
What?
You can hyphenate, but you can hyphenate. You can still keep your old last name. You can hyphenate.
Damn. So the liberalism is here. He said, if it's Oprah or Megan Good, call me Lamb Good. I ain't mad at you, brother.
I'm done.
Hey, she is bad.
I
She
know I ain't
is
mad
bad.
either.
Damn. Y'all gonna sell out for the name.
Oh my Lord Jesus. I can't do this tonight.
Y'all killing me. Tasha, give us another one, sweetheart.
Okay. When you are in a serious committed relationship or in a marriage, are there boundaries when talking about sex with friends regarding your significant other?
Good question.
Hell
Oh,
yes.
that's a
Good
damn
question. Good question.
Yeah, to an extent for me. I'm not telling my friends what's going down and what type of stuff. They ain't gonna look at us sideways. So I would not tell that because you never know. People say you're friends, and the one thing you say, they might be plotting on getting what you getting. So I've had a friend who did that to me in the past. So I learned from my mistakes and maturity. I would never share our details. Now it's different if you asking for like advice, like how you work the pole or something. That's different, but not sexual experiences. No, not spouse.
Okay. Lamb says nope. He
Yeah.
says, I talk about whatever the fuck I want to talk about.
Yeah, oh boy. Here we go.
He just said, dudes don't discuss wifey sex game. That's a rule.
I agree, DJ. I definitely agree with that. I know I didn't. I don't. Not to the fellas. I never talked about my sex game with my wife or whomever I was in an exclusive relationship with. Now I got one partner. He always wants to give out the details about what him and his old lady had going on. I'm like, okay, that's you, but I wasn't. Nah, I don't do
Even
that.
if it was a close best friend, it wouldn't matter. Okay.
Nah.
Okay. So I want everybody to answer because I have another question with that to clarify.
Okay. Sis, where do you stand on discussing sex life, with friends? Oh,
I think she muted. Yeah, you got to mute.
Hold on, sis. Go ahead, sis.
Free Sherry.
Go ahead, sis.
No, you're not supposed to discuss nothing like that with your friend. Now, after the fact, if you're not with the guy no more, then we're gonna talk about him like a dog. Yeah.
Wow.
Oh,
which is true, and she's being on. That's honest. That's true. So I get that. Victoria says, "Lamb, I do believe I was missing something here, my wrist." Yeah, her husband muted her.
No, that didn't. No, it wasn't her husband.
No,
DJ.
that was me. Okay, for me, this is a tricky one, Natasha. I wouldn't do it with random people, but good friends. Now I wouldn't give blow by blow, but you know what? I've been in situations where we've talked in general terms about sex with our significant other. And that happens even now. My boy would tell me, God, excuse me, baby, if you're watching the show, but I hear that you lay it down in bed. Now I don't get the blow by blow, but yeah, I guess I didn't have a problem, when I've only been married once, Now, having said that, that was like you'd have to be like a tight friend or whatever. This is not just random fuckers I would be saying this to, like day ones. At the time, my closest male friend was my nephew, so we were family and friends. So again, I didn't go into details because that was his aunt, but I didn't have a problem saying my sex life was healthy, and shit. We around here fucking like rabbits. I might say some shit like that. It was more general.
Right. Yeah, generic. Yeah,
it was more generic. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I would do that generic.
Yeah, but not specifics. Right. No, I would never go into specifics where what I'm getting. If the rule for me, and DJ's right. If I care about you, you're not going to get the specifics. Right. Not what, to Sherry's point, not while I'm in it.
No pun intended.
Right.
For women, they might not admit it. When it's bad sex, yeah, we talk about them. But if it's good sex, we don't talk about them.
That's good. Not your spouse though.
Okay, so it matters if you're married, but what if it's just like a serious committed relationship for like the last couple of years or whatever?
That's where I was kind of going with it.
Oh.
No, not the dick is trash, but like, would you still discuss it? Like, is that okay? Is marriage like your qualifier? Like, you can't discuss it. Husband and wife can't discuss it. But if we're just in a regular boyfriend-girlfriend relationship, is the sex life open for discussion with friends?
It depends on, like, I'm not gonna say open discussion, but everybody talks about sex, like in general.
Right.
But it wouldn't be an open, like we said, blow by blow. Like, no.
Right.
What about if your best friend or your good friend was of the opposite sex, like the same sex as like your partner? Like for Black, like if he discussed like the wife, like, but with me, it's me.
Right,
I have no,
right.
I don't want to sleep with her, but
Right,
I'm a woman. So does that matter as well?
Yeah, I wouldn't. Like one of my best closest friends is Mel, and he is still don't matter. I wouldn't. I've never in all these years we've never discussed our sex life, and I really don't want to know about So yeah.
And see, I do. Even some of my ex-girlfriends, we were very, very open. We're still very open. I got friends right now who we talk openly about. I got friends who watch the show right now who, we had a past with, and yeah, they'll just kind of tell me, this is recent conversations. I ain't gonna name no names, recent conversations, but I've had the woman tell me that, hey, we down to only fucking once a month. Now again, not blow by blow, but the frequency. I got another good female friend that tells me that, you know what, the sex ain't good no more. That it's not happening that way. And then the woman that I was in love with, absolutely in love with this woman. We talked openly about our sexual, entanglements. We really did. That really doesn't bother me per se. If anything, I was just mad for the point that when I had her, she was a novice. Now that pussy is full grown, giving that good pussy away on a better level to somebody. But but I am the first. She started sucking my dick first. But again, she's much better at it now, I'm assuming.
All right. Okay, Ray J.
That's all ego right there.
You hit it first, huh? All right, Ray J.
Yeah, it matters. DJ says, as a single man, yeah, dudes give recommendations, but you got to grow up eventually, right? So conversation had changed as we evolved. Now I like that point. We're also talking about different times, different levels of maturity. So yeah, these conversations I might have had, again, this DJ would be grown people talking about general, things, in general, but like in today's, that's why I say I haven't had a lot of male friends anyway. But Tasha as a female friend, yeah, I would tell her some things, full grown with hair around about it,
I sure was about to say, if this reaches somebody and they decide like a long time from now that they want to be with me, please understand I will be having conversation about our sex with Black. That will happen.
It's gonna happen.
Will happen. I am going to have that conversation.
And we do. Tasha and I, again, I'm not telling her every little detail, but she gonna get I don't yada it either. If the pussy had a little smell to it, feels a little tart, she gonna know.
Hey Tasha, when you're talking about the guy that you with the Black, is it like kind of vague, or do you go into detail?
For me, if it's something that's like bothering me, if it's like an interaction that we had that I just didn't feel right about it, or if something happened during it, no, I got to go into detail. Like, look, you got to explain it to me because I can't get an answer from him.
And
what do you think this is?
And and you got to remember, we have such an intense picture that I'm gonna say, like, is his dick big enough? Size an issue? Is his sex game long enough? Yeah, we get down to it.
Okay.
Yeah, we really, we really do. DJ said, Tasha, what if it's cold that
Black, tell me what to do. 111, please.
Warm it up.
I've always been in a very unique situation. My best friends have always been women. And I've had the advantage of being able to learn from them and benefit from that relationship. And so, and the crazy part is I know what goes there is in a vault too.
Mm-hmm.
That
even
if she's mad with me, it's not going nowhere. She's never gonna say anything to hurt me. I believe that with every fiber of my being. So good question. Very good question. Give us another one, Big Mac.
Okay, I think we have time for like one more.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. When taking relationship advice from anyone, does their relationship status matter? Whether they're single, married, divorced, whatever, does that matter? Does the length of time that they've been single, married, or divorced matter as well? And does that matter as well? So like, for example, if someone's been married for 30 years, how much emphasis are you going to place on their relationship advice for 2023?
I'm being very blunt here. I don't give a hell if you was married for 50 years or 1 month. I'm not taking your relationship advice. I don't give a hell. Because there be people out here fronting, frauding. Everybody marriage and relationship is different. What works for your relationship might work for you. What works for mine. I don't give a fuck. Excuse me. I don't give a crap what you do with your own life and your relationship. Because at our wedding, we had a couple who literally tried to give us relationship advice, and then the next week they acting crazy. So don't come to me with your unsolicited advice. I don't care. I'm going to take it with a grain of salt. It's going to go one ear and out the other.
Okay. DJ say he agree with you, Hannah, wholeheartedly. Now the real estate insider says I think anyone can have good wisdom. So two different opposing views here.
Mm,
You know, he says, but overall, what works for some don't
right,
work for all. Where do
right.
you stand on that, Bert? You know, you feel the exact same way?
I'm a little bit in the middle there. You know, I do agree that what works for some don't work for all.
Mm-hmm.
But I'll quote what Jay-Z said, like, you know, don't tell me how to do it if you never did it. So a lot of times you do have some people that have wisdom, that do have knowledge, and it's for all. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
And
Gotcha.
it's not like it's outside the box or anything like that, that it really can help you out. But it's up to you. Once you take that in, then you have to go ahead and take it for what it's worth. And you might be able to take some jewels, some nuggets from what that person is saying. But in the long run, you also got to keep in mind that, you know, that might not also work for you, because depending on
Absolutely.
your spouse and yourself, you might not be in that mind frame, or that might not just be how the way you deal with things.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Famous quote from Jay-Z. DJ says, what you eat don't make me shit.
Yeah, that's
I
true.
like the connotation there. You know, Sherry, what do you think about this? You know, when it comes to taking relationship, marriage advice, does the source matter, or do you take it in general, or and if you do, does the source matter?
Yeah, the
Who?
source do matter
Okay,
because I talk to you a lot about different stuff, and I take your advice because I know you don't you're gonna tell me the real of the real. But me and my husband have this thing that I really don't let other people be. I don't let them be in my business because we always have this thing that only person can fuck us up is me and you.
okay, okay. Appreciate that. What do you think, Brother Kenny?
I think that I think you have to be careful by taking advice from anybody when it comes to relationships. I just think you do have to look at the source.
Hmm.
Just because someone been married 30 years and what works for them, I think Lamb Levity said that doesn't necessarily may work for your relationship. So I think you definitely have to be careful out in these streets, because there's a bunch of relationship gurus, and
Yep.
half of them don't know what the hell they talking about. So just be
Absolutely,
careful.
absolutely. I'm gonna go. Then Tasha, you'll go last.
Mhm.
I wish I have had some sources I could have gone to when I was married. I truly believe I might still be married. It was so awkward because I was out there on my own. I was 21, she was 19. We didn't know what we were doing. We was fumbling our way through a marriage and trying to fit into what we thought it was supposed to be. And what's sad, even when I look back at that, I feel like I did my wife a disservice. I didn't know how to be a husband. We got married too young, and we didn't have any resources to lean on. We were both Jehovah's Witnesses, but the structure of the organization at the time was such that I was not going to go in some room sitting and telling some elders about the intimate details of my marriage, because I didn't trust them like that, and I didn't like the structure of that. You know, when as far as religion interfering in my marriage, you know what I'm saying? And I didn't have any older married couples that I felt comfortable enough that could give us advice about what worked. So for me, I'm all for advice, to be honest with you. That don't mean you have to take it, but I wish I had some resources to pull from, because I think it might have would have truly made a difference. I didn't know how to fight for it. We took the path of least resistance, and I gave up, maybe too early. And so with that said, I've taken that with me all of these years, in that so when I offer it, when I talk to my sis now, and I want to be careful, I never offer advice. Ever. Ever. I never, to all of my married friends and relationships, I never interject. Well, let me tell you what ever. If you ask me, I'm going to give you my honest opinion. And in fact, I've said many times from the platform of this show, and we talk about relationship topics, I cannot tell you what works. I can tell you what don't. I can tell you what don't because I have fucked up many relationships. I have ruined many good women. I have done some dumb shit that cost me good relationships and good women. So if you can benefit from the dumb shit that I've done, have at it. But the advice that I do give, or if I give any, it's like a grocery store. When we all go into grocery stores, we don't go in there shopping for the same shit. I'm going in there. I need eggs, milk, and juice. You might need some rice, some meat, and some more shit. The shit you don't need, you leave on the shelf. But I'm open to anybody if their intentions are good to give me good advice about something that could help me. And then it's in the spirit and the way it's given. And so if I give a fuck about you and you ask me, I'm going to give you my honest opinion. And I'm going to be careful to say, do what's best for you. But my intention is to try to give you the benefit of if I've been through that. And guess what? If I haven't, I'm going to tell you. I'll like fighting and couples who break and shit. I don't know nothing about that. I ain't never been in a relationship where we tore up our shit. And now what I can tell you is that me and my wife practice never going to bed angry. That was one of the things that worked in our marriage, so we were going to hash this out before we get into bed because I didn't want it to linger. Now, if you can see some benefit in that, great. But if you the kind of couple that you want to go to bed angry and it makes for great angry sex,
Go
do it
ahead.
best for you.
Yeah, go for it. Yep.
Mm-hmm. So that's kind of where I'm at. Tasha, what do you feel?
I think everybody's kind of covered it. I agree. If it's a couple that I know, or that I've been able to observe, I am going to, in my observations, I'm going to say, oh, okay, I like that's what they do. I like that. If it's something like a specific thing, if it's communication or something that I need something on, I'm going to evaluate that couple. And number one, hell, is that even a strength of theirs? And then I might ask for that specific advice on that topic. If it's someone that I don't know, just with these podcasts and different things that they have now, look, you have to be careful what you listen to from somebody, because if it's somebody who's been married for like 19, 20 years trying to give advice on dating, just dating, look, that's been a long time ago. It's people are not even like that anymore.
Good
so
point.
that's how I
Good point.
that's how I look at it.
And those are all good points, and the comments right on. Real Estate Insider said it's hard because there's so many biases, religious, political, relational.
Yep. That's true.
And that's why when again I never volunteer. I'm not sitting around my house and saying, well, let me see who I could help. If anything, you know what I'm saying? I would never know anything unless you call me. But I do have people who will call and say, well, man, can I talk to you about something? My boy, I'm not even putting him out here. This is not even sharing. My nephew, he will vouch for this. He calls me. I've been married. I'm divorced. He will run something by me without going into. He said, well, man, let me ask you something. And it might be something along the line of, do you think I handled that right? What would you have done? And we talk about that. And so this is not me telling him what to do. This is me just sharing, and a lot of times I'll say, well, let me give you a different perspective to look at it. And I'll share something, and I'm not even putting this situation out there in no way to embarrass him. I'll say this. I remember early on in his marriage, and he was complaining about something. I asked him one day, I said, the biggest problem in your marriage right now is, cleaning up. Think about that. It's people cheating on one another and they fighting and fussing. Man, clean that damn house and shut up. It was kind of like that kind of situation, like to make him look at it differently. Don't turn something so minor into something major when it don't really have to be, And so, yeah, if you want to call that advice, it's just that I've seen too many couples argue over the silliest shit when
Mhm.
when you really break it down to its at its base, like really, that's what we arguing over, you know? And like if you got a good woman or a good man, because I've got female friends that I've seen cheating on their guy, and don't get me wrong, Tasha knows this. I'ma challenge you. Like, Tasha knows this about me. I've seen women come to my place, take a whole bath, put on the matching panty and bras, the good shit, to go fuck a nothing nigga. And my question is, why? Why you doing that? You giving this nigga the best of you, and then when you gonna come back and change back into the granny panties and go home to the man that loves you. It ain't right. So I'm sorry. I'm gonna interject that, look at what you're doing, because no. I've had male friends that when they get ready to cheat, I'm saying, take your ass home. This piece of pussy over here, you don't
Mhm.
need that. Go home. You got a good woman at home. I'm rooting for relationships to work. Just because I'm not
Yeah,
in
me
one,
too.
I'm rooting for them to work. So when I
Me
look at this
too.
couple on the bottom, and we watched y'all journey and everything till y'all got to this point, you have no idea how much I'm rooting for y'all, because y'all give me hope that it's, you know, nobody's perfect, but to be able to find somebody in this fucked up climate, that is still possible. That's what I love about seeing y'all. You know,
Can I make a statement?
sure.
Well, these hoes that's coming to your house, these hoes shouldn't be cheating anyway, because they ain't gangster. Because if you putting on the matching bras and panties, take your ass on home like that. You cheating, do.
I'm telling you, sis, real life situations that have happened.
Yeah.
And in case anybody want to know, this is my place. Wasn't a place where you could come because you could cheat. This is me as your friend giving you a dose of truth that you grown, so I can't tell you what to do, but I'm gonna call you out on it. A real friend ain't gonna tell you what you want to hear.
What to
They're gonna
hear?
tell you what you need to hear. And
Right.
me and Tasha, we've had this conversation, and I might say, "Well, baby, baby, that's wrong. You
Right.
should have done that." That's what a real friend is gonna do, you
Right.
know. But you still gonna do what you're gonna do anyway because you grown. But my thing is, I owe you that. You know what friendship is? I owe you the truth, no matter what, even if it hurts a little bit. I owe you that.
There's a saying, faithful are the wounds of a friend.
You know what
Mm.
I'm saying?
Mm.
So that's kind of how I look at it. But great question, because you do have to watch the source. Tasha, I love the point you made about if you don't have experience in something, you can't be relying on. Look, Michael Jordan is the greatest basketball player to me that's ever played, but the game has changed.
Yeah.
The game has changed. So his rules is from a different era. You know what I'm saying? So, and that's why you have to be careful about giving advice, because again, I tell people I ain't been on a date in a
Yeah.
decade,
It's
you
been a
know,
minute.
and that's why I've said on this show I'm completely lost, because what's happening out there now I don't recognize that. Though that's not the scene I know about. I feel like a dinosaur out here, and so I have to fit in kind of little pockets where I know to fit in. Being that I still like pussy. Every now and then I got to break out in there and get me a little bit and trick these hoes into giving me some pussy. But I ain't saying I know what the fuck I'm doing. I got I tell a good lie, get these bitches in here before the sun come up and they see the full me. Get the fuck out of here.
So, brother, if
You know.
you feel like a dinosaur out here, what the fuck am I, a turtle?
Now,
Because
I'm just,
cause
you don't even suck dick, so
I was
it's
about to
certain
say,
conversations that you can't even participate in.
I sure can. I just listen.
You know. Let me read a couple of comments and we're gonna get out of here. Victoria says, "Mine as well. Never go to bed angry, but that's old school. These young people go to bed angry all the time, and that's just for makeup sex, and that's why again. But if it works for you, that's. But I can only tell you the principle behind why I would say that when you go to bed angry and you got that woman laying next to you, and it could be over something that can be settled so small, now you let a whole lot of hours go in between her feeling unwanted, unappreciated. Do you want to wake up in the morning with that kind of energy? And now she think no. Ain't nothing so bad that you can't hug your wife and say, you know what, I didn't like what you did, but baby, I love, you know, we gonna lay down, you know, blah blah blah. I'm gonna love you no matter what. I don't want her going to bed with that energy, feeling in any way I ain't got her back 100. You know, cause the other shit we can
Right.
work that shit out. You know, that was my mindset behind it, and I don't need angry sex. You know, so I done slammed a few bitches up against the wall, but it wasn't because we disagreed. It's just the bitch like to be handled rough. But okay. DJ says, I always say how so many married people know what's going on in these streets.
Mm-hmm.
Because they in them streets.
Yeah,
I'm
they
just,
be
I'm just
Very
being,
dipping.
sex.
you know. Tori says, got an overseas call from my daughter. See you Saturday. Do not forget Thursday night, new show over. LA Levity. I want to see you all there. Mr. Black, Tasha Kendrick, our beautiful couple, Sherry. Good night. Good night, Miss Toria.
Good
Nice.
So
night, Miss
anyway,
Toria.
I just want to
Appreciate you.
get in all of the comments as I could. So anyway, folks, you know, I love this kind of thing though. I will say this. Thank you, Tasha, for bringing this subject, bringing this topic to the fore. This is a Tasha topic. But this is what I love about doing this is because these are things that are not discussed enough.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we
Mhm.
can sit around as black people, especially, and we play card games, you know, card game revoked, and we talk about this. But how often do mature adults get together and talk about real shit like this? Not enough.
Right.
You know,
Yeah.
so thank you, Tasha. I appreciated that. So
Yeah.
uh anybody got anything to add before I let you good folks go and enjoy the rest of your week? Because I'm on the downside of mine. I'm in good spirits.
No, I ain't got none to add.
No, I
Not
don't know
everybody at
that.
once.
Yeah. Hey, another good show. So it's it's always good to see my beautiful black people on Wednesday
Thank you.
night.
Thank you.
So appreciate it.
No doubt.
Brother Bert, we missed you, my brother. But again,
Jolly
I know
today.
about making that money. We missed you, my brother.
Thank you. I missed you guys too. It's good to be back.
That's what's up, you know. But it's you. I truly understand. Thank you, Real Estate Insider. You know, we do our best here. And yes, if there is the other show, I'm getting ready to flip over and show my love and show my support.
Yeah, yeah. Just go watch it now. They've already done. But,
Okay.
yeah.
So
Yeah, but go
if
check
we
it out.
missed it, watch it, click like, click share. You know,
Right.
What's
brother
the show
His and
title?
brother
hers.
Lamb, his and
His
hers.
and
They did
hers
show his and
on-
hers.
Oh, his and hers.
Mhm.
Mr.
Yeah.
Lamb himself, he's building something for
Okay.
real here, guys. He has ramped up his activities. He's discovered new tools that he's using to build his shows. And so we got to show love and support. And I appreciate you guys as always. So enjoy the rest of your week. You know, smile. We all are above 6 feet.
yeah, that show is on Black Hollywood Report YouTube
Okay.
channel. But thanks, Lamb.
That's
Yeah,
what's
okay,
up.
go check
What's
it out.
the channel? Black Hollywood.
Black Hollywood Report.
Yeah.
Okay.
So check it out.
Thank y'all.
So wherever you are, I know some of you are going through some inclement weather, you know, gather what you need, stay safe, you know, but don't let the weather get you down. You know, my childhood sweetheart, she died last week.
Oh my
My
goodness.
condolences to you, brother. I meant to tell you that, brother.
Her name is
Oh.
Nikhil Torrance. That was my first love.
Oh
That was
wow.
my first love.
Yeah.
Younger than me, she died. And I say that to say tomorrow ain't promised to us, folks.
Right.
You know, so we have to be
Right.
intentional in telling people we love them, we miss them, we appreciate them, make the calls when necessary. And while we on top of this mortal soul, find your spaces for happiness. My neighbor above me, they didn't put this nasty bitch out, but she's not gonna ruin my mood. Eventually, they're gonna kick a musty ass to the curb. But until then, I'm gonna enjoy my apartment. My niece will be here this weekend. I might get her to go up there with her friends and knock this bitch out.
Oh, Jesus.
But until then,
He
I'm
didn't
gonna
say
be happy.
that. He
Yes, I
didn't
did.
say that. We don't want no evidence of that. No evidence. Allegedly.
You know, but I'm in a great mood. So love you all.
All right.
As
Love you
always,
back,
be
brother.
good. Enjoy the rest of your week. Keep it real. That's all
All
we
right,
can
my
do.
people.
That's
All
what's
right,
up.
All
y'all.
right.
Good night.